Remember, they had the city on lock.
I didn't want to get this kid.
All I'm hearing is bat, 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 bat. So I hop back in the whip.
Oh, hell raisins.
Everywhere I went, hashtags.
Them Twitter boys is legendary though.
Today on American Gangster, the Twitter Boys. It all started in the spring of '09 when 6 young men decided to make a name for themselves. Led by a young street hustler, Emmanuel Richards, better known as Richie Rich, the Twitter Boys started to embark on a world of terror, what we know as the internets. Twitter became popular in the summer of '09 and flourished a couple months after, catering to celebrities such as Soulja Boy, Justin Bieber, Lil Duval, and niggas like Kanye West who only follow one person. Twitter became a battleground for big-time celebrities all the way down to local socialites to promote different ventures and exchange ideas.
And it was kind of like the crack epidemic in the early 90s. It was huge.
The more followers you had, and if you was a dude, if you had the little check or verified joint.
It was hard to get followers. You know how much followers I had? I had my Twitter for 6 years. 6 years, you know how much followers I had? 7.
The more followers you had, the more power you had, more respect, more shit, more women, scallywags, similar for the snack packs, all that.
Man, Twitter.
Sitting at the bottom of the Twitter totem pole were the Twitter Boys, who back then were simply known as the Twitter Boys.
When Twitter Boys was first on, they had any followers. I was like 0, like none, like zip. Like, nobody followed them.
I was like, I used to reply to them every day, retweet everything they said. No response.
They seen Ashton Kutcher getting all them followers, and they wanted to get like that. They wanted a piece of the cake. They wanted to be big just like him, so they did what they had to do.
Tired of being the so-called unknowns, the Twitter Boys came up with a plan so they would forever be remembered. In the meter was group leader Richie Rich, street outlaw C. Millie, 3-time felon Mike 3G, traffic violator C. Diddy, car killer J. Rome, and the most notorious of them all, Big Meat, aka the Tay.
Hey, that dude, it was like he had like a Napoleon complex.
Tay was a wild boy. I met him and I was scared immediately. I seen him do things that I never seen another man in my life do.
The worst part is, man, I remember somebody tweeted it too. It was on Twitter and they was like, man, It's the Tay was at Waffle House last week. We had just left the club.
We was at Club Life. After that, we dipped out to the Waffle House, right? Shit. One waitress came up to him. So what you want, little dude? He got pissed, so I never call him little, short, or anything like that.
And then the lady burnt his waffle. Turned around. You know, you thought Tay was sitting down, but he was really standing up.
He jumped over the table, smacked the out this chick.
What?
Poured syrup all over her face, waffles flying everywhere, forks, knives, shit. Was the little babies crying, family going panicking?
I don't even like talking to him. I don't look at him when I talk to him. I ask other people to ask him questions for me. He's crazy.
I was like, dang. Can't mess with them Twitter boys. Tay was a fool.
No, I can't talk about this.
That's a crazy.
With soldiers on the team like the Tay, who was willing and ready to pop off at any time, the group's mission to take over the Twitter nation would be an aggressive, bloody, but effective approach. Coming up next on American Gangster.
The Twitter Boys came on the scene. Shit, they changed the game.
Oh, you seen on my timeline, Dormtainment, everything.
I was scared for my life.
The Twitter Boys. After the summer of '09, the streets of Twitter started to become a dumping ground for promotion and thousands of overused tweets, largely due to the Twitter Boys.
Twitter's a great promotional tool. People like to use it for, parties, you name it, clothing lines.
And Twitter boys felt like just because they felt like they ran the timeline, which is considered the streets in lingo, but Twitter, they felt like if you promote, we gonna jack your shit.
If you promoted on your timeline, when they was promoting on your timeline, then boom, beef popped off.
People started seeing the Twitter boys use the social network as their breeding ground. Others tried to follow.
I remember that one time I tweeted at them. The worst mistake of my life. I lost 3 of my 7 followers. I was like, damn. What's Twitter boys? Like, damn, I'm just going Twitter trying to do this thing. Like, you know, I'm trying to be in the loop. I want to be in the loop.
Listen, whenever we saw somebody we wanted to tweet, this is what we would do. We walk up to them and I tell them, I like you and I want you. Now you can do this the easy way or the hard way. Either you tweet or you get beat.
There was no self-promo for yourself. You was either with them or against them. You get down and lay down. You wasn't with them, they deal with you, alright?
During the month of August 2009, a young man by the name of Spoken Reason stepped onto the Twitter scene, promoting every day that didn't sit too well with the Twitter boys.
There was one dude, Spoken Reasons. He was promoting, but he kind of messed up because it was Sunday at 7. And everybody knows Sunday at 7, the Twitter boys, they be dropping their new stuff for a week. And I don't know, as soon as I saw him start tweeting, I already knew it was going to go down.
I just was like, you know, let me watch the news for once in my life. And I switched on ABC News, and
late night drive-by shooting has police on the hunt for suspects.
his house got shot up.
I just kept refreshing my timeline. Boom, boom, boom. I was trying to see what's going on.
Fortunately, no one was hurt. No one is in custody. Police are planning to send a forensics team into the home later this morning to investigate.
So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they raping everybody out here.
Fortunately, on that day, no one was hurt or injured. But on a hot day in September, the casualties ranked a little higher.
Literally, Twitter turned into a war zone. A man will pull out a bazooka. Like, where do you get a bazooka from? Where was he packing it? I don't know.
I seen that Spoken Reason issue coming from a mile away. So I live about a mile away.
Everybody was waiting to see what Twitter boys had said, and I already knew it was going to be something else.
It was documented that that night, Spoken Reasons had decided to walk his dog on the corner of Piedmont and Main Street, which was notoriously known as the Twitter Boys' headquarters. Spotted by a lookout, the Twitter crew decided to run up on the young man.
Coming to A was one thing. He came in there, hood. He had to get mentioned for that. After he got mentioned, he still ain't get the message, man. He had to DM that man.
Coming up next on American Gangster.
He was with the Twitter Boys or he wasn't with the Twitter Boys.
You feel like you trust him?
So I stay in the house.
The Twitter Boys. As the phenomenon of the Twitter Boys became larger than life, life on the timeline was becoming harder and harder.
Man, I remember these Mike 3G and C-Billy was always in trouble, man. In and out of jail, you know. With nothing to them.
They would just go in on promo and TT's trending topics, and they would be locked up.
They were gangsters. Like, I wouldn't want to be with them because I don't want to be in jail. I like my butt.
You see, I didn't care that my actions would land me in here. I didn't care that me tweeting would affect my family. I didn't care that me tweeting would decide whether my children would eat or not. I didn't care that me tweeting would make my mother cry because I'm in prison every week. I didn't care. And that's the problem. I didn't care. But when that man came up to me and said he wanted my booty, I started to care.
It turned out that the feds had dug up some dirt on C-Millie, leaving him no choice but to set up his own comrades. Yeah, they used what they had against me, so you know I had to do it. The feds' plan was to use C-Millie to encourage the rest of the Twitter boys to go in on a trending topic. The trending topic? Drake's eyebrows.
It was a sad day when them dudes got roped though, man.
And allegedly, What I read in the news was that C. Millie snitched on the boys, and that's how they got caught up. I said allegedly, because I'm not a snitch either.
He was a snitch. Every dynasty got a snitch. Every dynasty coming from within. And Cam was that snitch. He was actually working with Twitter, putting them boys in jail.
Now to a developing story. Albuquerque police raid what's believed to be the headquarters for a local gang.
After the feds had enough evidence, they raided the Twitter boys' location, catching everyone except the Tay. J. Rome and C. Diddy were sentenced to 2 years and released after 3 months for good behavior.
But now, you know, instead of, you know what I'm saying, you know, talking about bricks, you know what I'm saying, I'm living by some, you know what I'm saying, I'm all about this right here. Can we zoom in on this right here? Right here?
Yeah, you know, I mean, prison, it really don't have that effect on you, you know what I'm saying? It really didn't affect me or nothing like that. It was just about... Sorry about that. I got distracted by that pretty dude over there.
Yeah, I'm giving back to the community by, you know, skin products, you know what I'm saying, lotions, you know, the things like that, and things of that nature, you know.
You ever seen, you know, like the soap suds going down the back and crack and it's just all soapy?
I'm saying that's how I want to get back to the community. Instead of being out here on Twitter, you know, I'm preventing ash in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Preventing a lot of ash and a lot of you know bad skin. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, I'm just playing with you. Y'all thought I was for real? Come on now, you know I don't be doing stuff like that. You know. I can take me a shower right now.
Mike 3G was sentenced to 2 life sentences, just in case he lived past the first life. Richie Rich was sentenced to the death penalty, accused not only for being the ringleader of the whole operation, but DNA evidence pointed him to having over 6 billion tweets. Tay's whereabouts are still unknown. This picture is suspected to be of him in a local IHOP. Conspiracy theorists say he fled to Mexico in cahoots with the Facebook cartel.
Them boys, I don't know, they just disappeared. They came in the game mysteriously and they left mysteriously. Who would have knew, you know?
These boys were legendary. You think Tony Montana, Frank Lucas. When you think of those big names, you think of the Twitter boys.
Nobody ever be like the Twitter boys. I'm telling you. They're for me. Nobody. Twitter boys.
They'll be down with the legends. Most definitely. Rest in peace, Twitter boys.
I know most of y'all probably call me a sellout. Yeah, I snitch. But they had too much evidence against me. They would have put me in jail forever. And I'm too pretty for jail. You sure this voice thing gonna protect my identity, right? You sure? Can I get my life? Thank you. Next question.
You don't have to come and confess that you did it. We're looking for you. We gonna find you. I'm letting you know now. So you can run and tell that.